hello to all my friends and colleagues that are all Commodore and Amiga fans around the world. And in particular, I'm interested in appealing to the many of you who are club members involved in the community, but not necessarily working in the community, just being big fans. I'm really excited to announce a brand new project that I've just actually put into action. This project is called the Commodore Amiga Global Alliance. And the objective of this project is I want to bring together under one umbrella everybody who is involved anywhere in the globe, around the globe, to be involved in this, pay an annual fee, and for which they will get quite a lot of things. And I'll go into more detail as we go through this little video. The first thing is that the money that is raised from you good people, we're going to produce the most comprehensive website that's ever been produced. It's a website that is going to have all of the information that anybody could ever want, anything whatsoever to do with Commodore and Amiga. So, for example, if you buy a second-hand machine and you want somebody to check it over for you, you can look on the website and you'll find that the nearest person to you geographically, and you'll be able to make contact with them because it'll have their email address or whatever directly there. If you need the services of somebody, maybe an animator or a voiceover, or you want somebody to build a website for you, everything will be on this website. And in fact, I've now got 6 people in different parts of the world that are all going to be contributing to building this website. These are people that have incredible qualifications, are webmasters in their own right, and they're all huge Commodore Amiga fans, and they therefore want to produce the best website that can ever be produced. And this will be, I think, an enormous resource for everybody who is involved and who becomes a member of the Commodore Amiga Global Alliance. I'm also wanting to involve, of course, individual people who, for example, who are those people, animators or voiceovers or web designers or repairers. All of those people can individually be asked to join and contribute towards this alliance. And the objective is that I want us to be the largest and most powerful community on the website, reaching up to levels probably bigger than some of the major football clubs and their communities. The whole concept of this is that we're raising money which will come back into the community. So, for example, money that is raised by you people's subscriptions, it's going to go back into the community. Let's say, for example, somebody has an idea for a new piece of software, can't get any financing or funding for it. Well, we will look at it, and if it's a worthwhile cause, we will help to fund it. This will be the same for hardware design or anything that is of benefit to the community as a whole. This is something that I wanted to do for a very, very long time, and now I think is exactly the right time to do this. Now, let me start to put some meat on the bones, per se. Individual members, it's going to cost £30 a year. But to make this first year sweet, to make it of real interest to people, if you pay that £30 in this first year, you're going to get a whole lot of goodies sent from me via download. You will be getting, for example, the brand new 2022 video, which is Amiga Live and Kicking from Wavem Studios. You get that as a download. You'll also be getting, again from Wavem Studios, a brand new 64 game called Cosmic Force. You'll also get downloads of Commodore The Inside Story in ebook form, and they're in 3 forms. That's PDF, Mobi, and I forget what the other one's called now, but anyway, there'll be in three formats that you can use. Also, you'll be able to get the audio book, which has been recorded by Dan Wood, and it's a fantastic audio book. I think everybody knows the quality of the work that Dan does, and so you'll be getting that as a download. You'll also be getting the download of the Viva Amiga extended remix, which was the film was originally recorded. I think it was in 2020, but it's now been added to. It's an additional 1 hour and 40 minutes of footage that was not on there before. That's also becoming as a download. So, in essence, what I'm saying to you is this: is that please give the Alliance a try. Pay your £30. You'll get a lot more than £30 worth of goodies. So you've got absolutely nothing to lose. But I believe you'll be getting an awful lot to gain. At the moment, I've decided that I'm not going to do a Kickstarter for this, and there's a very good reason for that. The Kickstarter that will cost the money that you send in will cost 9%, and the way that's worked out is that Kickstarter themselves, they take 5% of the money, and then the people who provide the funding, they take a further 4%. And I just think that that is a lot of money that we would have to pay out when we could actually utilize that money. So that's why I'm not doing a Kickstarter. I'm just relying on you people sending your money in as you do for my books and things. And then what we will do is that we will add to that 9% that we save. And so initially, I've decided I'm going to be giving 20% of all the money that comes in is going to go back into the community in one way, shape, or form. That money will be used to promote, market, and advertise other projects and things that you do. Now, for example, if you are a group, you are a club or a group, and that could be the Norwich Amiga group, it could be the Perth Amiga group over in Australia. It doesn't matter where you are in the world. If you join as a club, it's going to cost you £100 for the year. But we will then give you a platform, a global platform which will have a massive reach, so you can promote your events, you can promote anything that you're doing, and have an incredibly vast global reach. People who are companies who do repairs and things like that, they're also going to be paying £100 a year. Also, we're encouraging magazines, be they online or be in print. They're going to be £200. However, what we will do is we will barter, we will exchange advertising and promotion for those magazines. So that's how we will get very good value for money in promoting everybody who's involved in Kaga. We're calling it Kaga because it's easier to say than Commodore Amiga Global Alliance. This concept is enormous. I mean, just imagine thousands and thousands of you all involved in this one group and being able to shout and be heard. Masses of people around the world with one voice. It's an incredibly exciting concept. Now, in addition to this little video, which I'm doing to obviously trying to encourage you and get you to understand about the whole purpose of Kaga, there is a PowerPoint presentation that will be launched alongside this that will give you much more detail. Anyway, I hope that you're as excited about this potential project as I am, and I've also got some short videos of people of significance within the industry who are all supportive of this, and that will also be published online as well. So you'll be able to see these people saying that what they believe in this as a project and how they think it's going to be, and why everybody's encouraged to join. Anyway, that's really as much as I want to say for the moment. I just encourage you and urge you to please participate in this. It's going to be phenomenal. It will put our Amiga family on the map, truly globally on the map. And I think it's about time. And there's one other really big benefit to this, is that we have established designed a logo for Kaga, and it is what we're calling the pinnacle of excellence. And what I'm hoping is going to happen is that anybody who joins the project and joins the alliance will have the rights to use that logo on anything that they produce. And I have a belief that over a fairly short time, that logo can be more powerful and should be more powerful than either the Amiga logos or the Commodore Chicken Head logos, and in which case it could be that the Kaga logo has more power and more relevance and can take over from the Commodore and the Amiga logos, and therefore those people who currently are greedy and just want to sell those logos and get money for it, we can probably bypass them. That's kind of a hope. Now, there are two other things just before I finalise, that the money that we raise is going to be used for. These are not necessarily in order, but one of the things that I want to do is I want to establish a Commodore Amiga foundation, which is a not-for-profit foundation, and it will be somewhere to archive all of the history of the Commodore and Amiga story. It'll be somewhere where we can establish an annual awards ceremony, and I'm talking about a ceremony of the same sort of caliber as the Emmys and the Grammys and so on and so forth. I mean, it is really crazy that we don't have such a thing at the moment, but we deserve it. This community of ours deserves it. These people who suddenly produce fantastic products, be it software or hardware, or they contribute something towards the community that is worthy of note, they should be rewarded for this. And so that's something I want to establish. And then the other thing is that I truly believe, and I'm certain many of you do too, that the Commodore story, the whole development of Commodore, from the moment that Jack Jamil, who was rescued from Auschwitz by the American military, and when he was rescued, he went to America and joined the American military to say thank you. And then he started a little typewriter shop on the Bronx. And from that, he built what became a billion-dollar empire. Now, it's a story which has got absolutely everything. It's got pathos, it's got ethos, it's got drama, it's got romance, it's got comedy. The story is phenomenal, and it needs to be told. I'm hoping it'll be told in the version of a Hollywood movie. The fact that we never had one so far is really astounding, but we can actually, I think we can change that. Or at the very worst, it should become a documentary series for television. Anyway, it is not possible for us, as even though I think it's going to be a tremendous group, the Alliance, I don't think it'll be possible for us to raise sufficient money to get a Hollywood movie produced, because you're talking many, many millions of dollars. However, what I do believe we can, and what I definitely want to do, is I want us to establish what's called a war chest. And that is an amount of money that's put to one side specifically to allow a select body of people to go to Hollywood and have conversations with the movie makers, with the Netflixes, and even Apple TV and people like that of this world, and in order to secure them to invest in the Commodore, the movie. I think it's a fantastically worthwhile cause, and I can assure you that is a very big part of my DNA of why I want to establish the Alliance, why I want everybody to be involved. Give it a try. Give it 1 year. You've got nothing to lose and a lot to gain, and I promise you that we will deliver an incredible alliance and a group that you'll be very proud to be part of. So thank you once again for your time. Please have a look check out the PowerPoint, which will be accompany this video. And then please, by all means, join and spread the word. Contact all your mates and say, please to join this, because there's a huge amount of benefit in the numbers that contribute and bring this alliance to life. Thanks again for your time. It's much appreciated. Love you all to bits, and please stay safe. Thank you.
What's up, everybody? Amiga Bill here. I was recently contacted by David John Pleasance, former managing director of Commodore UK, about a really cool new project he's got cooking. It's called the Commodore Amiga Global Alliance. Now, the idea behind this project is to bring all things Amiga together into one place. The past several years have been absolutely remarkable. I haven't seen this much interest in the Amiga since the heyday, like the late 80s and early 90s. But it can be a little intimidating because there's so much going on. Let's say you've got an Amiga 1200 that you want recapped and you're not sure where to go. You can head over to the Alliance, check out the directory, and see a list of places that do recapping and repairs for your Amiga. Or let's say you're a game designer and you're looking for someone to do music or graphics for your game. You can head over to the Alliance and there'll be a directory of graphic designers and musicians. It's going to be a really cool resource for the Amiga community. Speaking of community, as much as I love this computer, the most important thing to me about the Amiga is the community. Back in 1988, I founded the Westchester Amiga user group, and I've made friendships that have literally lasted a lifetime. So let's say you're looking for an Amiga user group. You want to meet some other people in your community who use Amiga. You could head over to the Alliance, and there'll be a directory of user groups there. So if you live in New York and you want to join Westchester Amiga user group, we'll be listed there. You live in the UK, because Amiga is worldwide now, you want to check out user groups that might be in your part of the country, check out the Alliance, and there'll be a list of user groups in your area. It's a really, really cool idea, and I really support David on this, and I can't wait to see what can come of the Commodore Amiga Global Alliance.
Hi, I'm Steve, and I'm so excited to be working with David and the team and being part of the Commodore Amiga Global Alliance. I really do love everything Commodore, and especially the Amiga. I owe my career to it. I've always been interested in electronics and really wanted a ZX80, the ones where you had to assemble the machine yourself, but they were just too expensive for me as a school kid. So a couple of years later I started with the C64 and then Amigas, of course. I started programming on the 64 and found a love for coding. I started a business in '86 creating advertising videos for a Yorkshire video chain using the Amiga to generate the graphics and slides. And in '89 I started working for a manufacturing company and was their IT manager for 7 years before starting my own IT business. And we're still trading after 26 years. We look after IT for companies and home users around Yorkshire. And we also look after nearly 200 domains and 170 websites. So I'm confident I can bring a lot to the Global Alliance and help make it a success. But we do need your help and support. So please help in any way you can, even if it's just joining us on social media and sharing our posts. And please don't hesitate to reach out if you think you can help. Together we can keep the legacy of Commodore alive. Together we can build an alliance where everyone involved and the greater community benefits. I'll see you soon. Bye for now.
Hi everybody, my name is Paolo D'Urso, I'm from Italy. I'm an Amiga enthusiast and lover since decades. And I'm also the main editor of the magazine Passione Amiga, the only printed magazine in Italian language exclusively for Amiga. I totally support the project of David Pleasance to create a website where all the community, all the stores, all the individuals, all the companies, everybody can join, meet. And I think this is the very, very, very good point for the future to rebuild something cool together. Amiga, today for the future.
Hi, my name is Adrian Bolt, and I run Retro EZ Limited. Retro EZ is an online community orientated store aimed at providing an easy access resource for the Amiga community. Our goal is to open a bricks and mortar store in line with our vision to bring Amiga back to the high street. So we're reaching out to you guys today to share our excitement and enthusiasm for a brand new global project, the Commodore Amiga Global Alliance. The goal of the ongoing project is to unite the Amiga community, bringing together individuals, user groups, retailers, distributors, the fantastic range of talented creators out there, from developers, composers, animators, makers, and all the hard-working solder warriors who repair our machines and keep the hardware alive. We can't stress to you enough how much we really believe in this goal. We launched Retro EZ as a community resource, not to get rich, and actually often donate new parts to projects and users at zero cost. And Therefore, we see a lot of similarities between our visions and the visions of the project, although the project is on a much larger scale. The project actually seeks to create a web presence that will provide a massive resource for everybody worldwide. We're backing this project 100%, and we would ask you to do the same. We'd like you to support it, share it, shout about it to all your friends and online Commodore Amiga users. With your support, hopefully, we can't wait to see where the project goes.